from Washington State. We arrived yesterday, flew into Seattle, and now we're in Skykomish, Washington, staying in this stunning A-frame cabin. I'm here with my dad. Come on over, Dad. He's joining me on this travel adventure. So we're staying here only for 3 nights, and we're flying out really early on Friday, so it's a short and sweet trip, even though it is pretty far from Florida. But we're so excited to be here, and we're squeezing in a lot of activities, a lot of nature, and it really is just so nice to relax in the cabin, feel some wintry, refreshing air. So it's been really nice so far. I'll go ahead and update you on everything that we did yesterday in Seattle. We landed in Seattle around lunchtime, and we're on the hunt for something delicious to eat. We ended up finding Dough Zone. Had a beautiful meal of dumplings, wontons, salad, cucumbers. It was wonderful. And then we made our way over to Pike Place Market, which is one of the most iconic spots in this city. It is essentially an indoor farmers market, and you may have heard of Pike Place Fish Market because they're known for their fresh quality fish, and some of the vendors will throw around some fresh fish, giving new meaning to catch of the day, and it's just a really fun tourist spot. But I'm sure a lot of locals come here as well to get some fresh produce and delicious goods. So this was such a delight to walk around, and they were starting to put up all of their Christmas decor, so it was feeling very festive. Pike Place Market is also situated right on the water, so you get some stunning views of the city. Then we made our way over to the Starbucks Reserve, which I love visiting the Starbucks Reserves because it's such a elevated experience. They have a bunch of different unique and artisan drinks, and this one felt extra special since Seattle is the birthplace of Starbucks. So we grabbed some dark chocolate mochas. We got to see them roasting some beans and just learned more about the whole coffee experience. Before we left the city, we went to Whole Foods to grab some groceries for the week. And today we're gonna explore the Skykomish area a bit more. We're actually headed to this hot springs that you basically hike 2 miles to get to, and then you have this hot springs experience on the side of the mountain. So we're excited. We're looking forward to checking it out, and I'm excited to take you along for it all. Icy right here. Almost slipped. Look at that. Solid ice. We're about halfway up to the springs. We're feeling it. The elevation is getting to us Florida folk. But we're halfway there. So, you know, we'll see it soon. We made it to the final stretch. I'm gonna climb up there now. made it. We're at the hot springs. I'll give you a tour. Some steps. We have some pipes connecting to the tubs, so you can get in and see the view. It is really amazing. And see the heat coming off and flowing off the top of the tub. It's pretty wild. After our hike and hot springs adventure, we grabbed some sandwiches from the deli in town, and then we went back to the cabin to just relax for a bit. I went in the hot tub, read my book, and just enjoyed this beautiful scenery. I picked up this mug at the coffee shop we went to today. It's so beautiful, handmade pottery. Also, look at the bottom. The mushrooms on the bottom are so neat. Really, really impressed. After taking my pottery class this past summer, I definitely am always impressed whenever I see handmade pottery. This time of year, the sun sets at 4:30 p.m., so the nighttime crept up on us and we went to dinner a few towns over at this restaurant. But it was kind of nice because it felt like we were able to just enjoy the cabin, turn on the fireplace, make some hot cocoa, and have really relaxed evenings. The next morning, we started our day with a hike, and we ended up hiking up to Barclay Lake. It was a beautiful, beautiful hike. Definitely more family friendly. It wasn't too intense, but the views were really breathtaking. Hello. We have had a full day so far. Started with breakfast at the cabin, breakfast and coffee, and then we went over to a hike, which was a beautiful way to spend time. It was about 2 hours round trip, so it was the perfect length where we got a good amount of adventure and movement and scenery, but we still have a lot of time throughout the day to explore some more. And we're actually headed to Leavenworth right now, which I'm especially excited for. It's been on my bucket list for quite some time. It looks like such a fairy tale, dreamy like town with, especially to me, what I've seen, it gives off that Christmas atmosphere. So really looking forward to exploring that, and that'll pretty much be the end of our trip. We fly out really early tomorrow morning, so we're squeezing in as much as we can. And that reminds me, I've never given you a tour of this A-frame Airbnb yet, so let me show you the place. This is what you see when you pull up. Just absolutely beautiful, something out of Pinterest. It's so cute. We have a hot tub over there, and then a little fire pit, some chairs, a grill over there. I love all of the moss on the trees here. It's just so whimsical looking. Really, really love the look and feel of that. Of course, there will be some snow soon enough. Oh, let me turn on the fireplace real quick so you can see that, because that is just an absolute highlight of the place. Have a couch over here. My dad's been sleeping on the day bed here, but he's been sleeping really great, so glad we have multiple comfy bed options. Kitchen over here. We've made it a little messy at this point because we've been living in it for a couple of days, but really great kitchen. Been making yummy breakfast. And then up the stairs is the bedroom. All my stuff just in a mess, sprawled out. Need a pack later tonight. Then here's the bed. We have some beautiful light pouring in right now, but it's been super, super cozy. I realized I forgot to show you there's also a bathroom and a shower, and thankfully it got nice and warm, because that is always the best feeling after being outside in the cold, to have a warm shower. And I'm here for a special campaign I'm doing that'll actually be posted on Instagram, so if you're interested, check it out. Early December, I'm actually giving away this whole experience. So you get flights, a stay at this gorgeous Airbnb, and a trip to the hot springs. All the details will be posted over on Instagram, but so excited and honored that I get to do this, and I'm partnering with Columbia, the outerwear. So all the details again will be on Instagram, but I feel so honored again to be able to travel and experience this, but also the fact that someone else gets to experience this as well is very exciting to me. Leavenworth was so incredibly festive. I'm so thankful we were able to make our way over here and enjoy all the Christmas decorations and charm. We strolled around for a bit, popped in a lot of shops. They had so many great boutiques and festive offerings, and we grabbed ourselves a German soft pretzel with some cheese. It was delicious, and some warm beverages from J5 Coffee. For dinner, we had an absolutely delicious meal from Lark. It was our favorite meal of the trip. Everything we had was so incredibly tasty. He's taking a picture of his food too. I'm rubbing off on you. cabin now. It was a fun adventure over to Leavenworth. It was a really neat spot. They had a lot of charming elements. Of course, just the architecture of the buildings and all the details were very, very enchanting and charming. So that was cool to see. I asked the barista who made our coffee and chai when it's the busy time of year in Leavenworth, and she said the busy season really kicks off next week around Thanksgiving, and then it's popping until Christmas time. And it looked like they were setting up a lot more lights and maybe an ice skating rink. I might be making that up, but it seems like there would be an ice skating rink there. So that was neat to check out. It was only about 55 minutes away from our Airbnb, so definitely worth a stop. And our meal was fabulous. Really, really delicious meal. I'm glad we found that restaurant. Yeah, everything was just phenomenal. The salad was delicious, the pasta, everything. Really loved it. And now we're just packing up, getting ready for bed, and getting ready to reunite and go home. So we wake up around 2 a.m. tomorrow to go catch our flight. So it's only 6:30 right now, but I feel sleepy enough personally to try to go to bed early. We'll see if my dad can go to sleep, but it actually kind of works out since we'll have the time change tomorrow, so hopefully it'll be a good adjustment going back to Eastern Standard Time. So that's what we're hoping for. But it was a really sweet trip. Really thankful we were able to go and experience these beautiful places this time of year. We were talking about at dinner the favorite parts of the trip, and definitely the hot springs stick out as a favorite, but just hiking and being out in nature and also just staying in this cabin were definitely some of the highlights. But again, it was a short and sweet trip, but really thankful for all we got to see, and thank you all so much for watching this vlog. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you are well, and I'm excited to see you next. Bye!